Well, this is a case in point of why I'm so excited to be moving shop. About to lose 20 minutes of my day. I forgot that I had some papers shipped to the office because that's the only place I can guarantee someone will get the mail. Forgot I had some paper shipped there that I need for a project right now, and I accidentally went to the shop instead of the office. So I am heading to the office to go pick that paper up, to go straight back to the shop and cut it and screen print it. This is 20-25 minutes gone. Absolutely the reason why I need to.
I am at capacity, over capacity, and so break it. This is not very pleasurable kick out of decently level. I mean, what? He likes eating, doesn't he? Right? He likes, yeah, I mean, what do you got to pay those legal bills? Yeah.
And now for the moment of truth. I finally have my stain and sealer, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit by hand. I'm just gonna test a little corner, see how it looks. I gotta go soon and take care of some office work, but I wanted to try this before I leave, so here we go. I've never been good at pouring things like this. Well, here goes nothing. So it's gonna be a while before the new shop is done, but I am steps away from being ready to at least move in and get to work. Today I'm gonna finish the floor. I'm hoping one coat's enough for what I'm looking for. I just want a darker sealed floor. The first coat's done, and I asked on Instagram stories what people think, should I go another coat or not, and 80% said yes. I'm gonna wait till the afternoon, test that out, see if that's something I want to do another coat. But for right now, that's what it looks like. I am super stoked. This is way better than I started with. Forget it. Today's another hard proof day. I'm still waiting on a response from the last hard proof I did, but today's hard proof is for a client that comes through a friend of mine. He's on staff with them. I've done his wedding invitation. I've done his business cards for himself, and we're working on business cards for this client right now. And so I'm gonna, we'll get back to it. Hey, what's up, Ed? It works for this company. I'm doing some for them. A hard proof for them to make sure that everything is exactly like they like it before they place the big order. It's stuff like this. This is Color Plan Mars Green. And we're pretty sure that this is almost an exact match. I mean, we can tell by Pantone colors. This is pretty much an exact match for their brand color. It's just a slight bit off. And so we're gonna run a business card with this to make sure it's what they want. All in, I think there are like 6 different lockups for the back of this card. You know, there are 2 different companies with different combinations, different colors. We're gonna run 2 of them today, and then the other side is digital, and there are like 50 different names for that. We're just doing 2 today. Just like the last hard proof, you know, these really are, I don't know if there's like a Guinness record for this or something. These really are like the most expensive business cards you can buy, because you're really just paying for 1 or 2, and it's several $100s. That's because I've bought everything it takes to make it. I've had my paper minimum. I've got my plates that I had to purchase. I have to set up the press, the same, whether you're doing, you know, a huge run or a little run. And so there's a lot of cost involved in doing this work, but once we do, but if it works, we pull the trigger, we're good to go, and we already know it's gonna work. So here we go. By lining these up in this bottom right-hand corner, I'm wasting as little paper as possible and ensuring the most consistent register I can get. I know that the form and the sheet are going to wind up in the bottom every time, right up against that corner. Now that I've got these both without any ink at all, you know, I'm not thrilled. You know, I can get a good impression, but the bottoms of those lines just don't look super defined because there's no contrast there. So we're gonna add some transparent white ink, see what that does. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I ran out of space on the memory card and had to just keep working because I wanted to get this project done today. Come to find out, I'm not even going to be able to finish it today anyway. But I went ahead, I printed some envelopes and brought them over to a local calligrapher for a bar mitzvah project I'm working on. And now, well, I'm leaving the co-working space, the office, where I was trying to get some work on the computer done. This back and forth, you know, it's almost over. But I'm heading back to the old shop to meet a potential intern, and hopefully he will come on board and help me through this transition to a new space and with some of my systems. Like, that's the goal at least. And so I'm gonna go do that and then visit the new shop for a minute, drop off the chair that I'm going to be using as my office chair there, and do a couple other things while I'm there, and then call it a day. Okay, so it is 3 after 2, and he was supposed to be here at 2. This place is hard to find, but that doesn't bode well. You know, this is essentially an interview, and he didn't show up on time. We'll see how that goes. I'll give him until 10 after, and I'll get out of here. I've got other stuff. Okay, so in all fairness, when I confirmed this morning, I said this afternoon. He had asked if I was available at 2. I assumed we were following up with that, but I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He just called. He was on his way to his car. He said, we'll see how it goes. That's all you can do, right?
Around here this week? Off, really off.
It was so blown out.
Check out this carpet. Check that out. Oh my goodness, this place. This is our local, it's called the RP Funding Center. It used to be the Lakeland Center. But this is where we have our meetings every month. We just had a very lively board meeting. Have mercy. They're always entertaining, if nothing else. And we normally have our meetings in another room, but today we're having them here in the lobby. My favorite thing about this place is these sculptures up here. I don't know if Fanchin Lord was a local or just had a local, what's the word I'm looking for, a local patron, but there are like at least half a dozen of these beautiful bent metal sculptures all through town. They look like this. Check these out. There's 1 and 2. I think there are a few more. There's a few in our art museum. Just absolutely beautiful sculptures by Fanchin Lord. Anyway, we do lunch and have a meeting. Check that out.
Welcome to our March meeting. I'd like to start out before we get into other things.
Okay, so now that that's over, on my way to the new shop, because I got something I want to try, and then to the old shop because we got some work to do. I need to get some skids built so I can get the presses up ready to move. I got to find a pallet jack to own. You know, I can borrow one from somebody, but I kind of need to have one. So that's those are kind of the next steps for the new shop. But I got a tiny little thing I'm going to do right now. I bought a trash can so that as I'm doing work, I have a place to put the trash. And all right, let's get there. Well, I wanted to swing by the new shop because I didn't want this sitting in my car anymore. I have a new trash can for the shop. I've also got, you know, it's the little things. They get me excited. But the thing I really wanted to do, I know this is a horrible idea. I'm not dressed for it. But I got to do something that it's just going to help transform the space a lot. But before I do that, I've got this corrugated wall here. This space and the neighbor space used to be one, and that's just kind of filling in the divide. It's not really even a full wall. I'd love your ideas for what to do with this space. I hate it the way it is. I may just paint the whole thing. I may cover it over with something. What do you think? What should I do with it? Don't laugh. I know you're laughing right now at this paint job. Look, I'm just looking for an easy win right now. I wanted to get a little bit of that on there. When it's all said and done, it's going to be a nice flat black. Going for black and white in here. What do you think? So back at the shop now, well, the old shop, to take care of this. There's no light in here.
So I did notice a change, you know, what treatment needs to be done or whatever after that.
We talked today.
And we're back. The reason I didn't finish these cards yesterday is because I had some register issues. That's the card with no ink at all, and that's the card with the translucent white. That makes a world of difference. As for the new shop, I am here. I just did a little bit of painting, a little bit more painting of that black. A roller worked way better than a brush. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm really excited about how things are going. Come check this out. And that clean floor is super dusty now. Oh, I hate that, but check it out. This black, I'm super happy with the idea of it. I've got a lot more work to do to clean it up, but I've been boxing stuff up at the old shop. I'm making, well, a friend of mine is making skids for the presses to go on, and things should start moving in here today, tomorrow, as it goes. So hopefully by the end of next week, I will be completely done moving in here. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, if you could go ahead and hit that like button and please subscribe. Next time, hopefully I'll have some news on the last hard proof that I did and maybe even this one. And hopefully I'll be a lot closer to completely moved into this shop too. See you next time. So I got some mail at the new shop today. It's not my first piece, but maybe like my second. And it's not even for me, it's for the old tenant. So if you like sending mail, I love getting mail. Send some, the address is below. I'd love to see what you got. See you soon.